video. Today I want to talk about Turbo token. Also want to just talk about the market as a whole, where we are currently in the market, in my opinion at least. Again, not financial advice. Also, before I get into the video, link in the description below, you guys, to join a brand new Discord that I just started, looking to just create a community of like-minded investors. I do want to reiterate, please be patient with the Discord. I'm just getting it started, getting it going, so please be patient as far as the channels and things like that and the engagement in the channels, but it is coming. The link in the description below to join. I am also looking for mods. If you're interested, please send me a Discord DM as well. But yeah, let's just get right into it. I want to talk about Turbo token. If you look at the last 7 days, it's down around 10% over the last 24 hours, along with the rest of the crypto market. Significant pullback here. Again, significant pullback in the short term, right? If you talk about over the last month for Turbo, this is kind of what it looks like. Down here, still in the green, up 23% over the last month because it did rise so significantly, right up to 006 back in the middle of July. Everyone was thinking, including myself at that time, we were going to continue to see prices rise. So probably some profit selling, but we're going to see prices continue to rise into the positive, into the greens, and then hopefully get an altcoin season like we were expecting. There's obviously some political things that are influencing, suppressing the market, in my opinion here. But we look at the last 7 days for Turbo and you compare it to the last 7 days for Ethereum, very identical charts here. So again, this is not specifically Turbo being in the red, or fluctuating in price is not specifically about Turbo. We look at the entire crypto market is doing the same thing, but it is coinciding very nicely and correlating very nicely to Ethereum's chart, which is, I think, in my opinion, what you do like to see, because I think there is going to be a time, obviously, when Ethereum does absolutely rip in scale, and then obviously trickles down into meme coins that are sitting underneath Ethereum or on top of Ethereum, like Turbo token. But market as a whole, really quickly, just to touch on the market as a whole, we're seeing significant trading volume in the market. Trading volume for the global crypto market cap, or for the global crypto market, is up 205 billion, I believe, and you can see here it's up 21.36%. Fear and greed sitting at 57, which is great, I think, still. And then altcoin season index 35 out of 100. Again, not great as far as that goes, but again, I mean, that's just expected in the market. That's going to fluctuate daily. And then BTC dominance, BTC continues to dominate here, up 61%, 61.1%. As far as Bitcoin dominance goes, and you kind of look at the last 30 days here on the BTC dominance chart, it looks flat, but when you look at these, I mean, each 1% I think makes somewhat of a difference. And we're at levels here, I think it was back when we saw kind of where we expecting altcoin season, we saw BTC dominance come down below 60%. And I think at that time, similarly, what is this when it's below 60% here? July 21st, again, is when we saw altcoins pumping here. Last month, sorry. Yeah, right around July 21st, we saw these highs, new highs. It looked like it was going to be new lows, actually new higher lows for Turbo at that time. We saw, we're expecting altcoin season to start to pick up. But what is going on right now, in my opinion, here is the uncertainty in regards to the Trump administration and Jerome Powell over the rate cut decision, right? I think even the market reacting over the last couple of days to this kind of, I don't want to call it drama, but this stuff that's going on here with Jerome Powell and President Donald Trump over the rate cuts, right? Trump's rage, you can see here. I will put a link to this article on Axios in the description below, but Trump's rage at the Fed's resistance to cut rates has twice taken him on the verge of trying to fire Powell, both times scaring markets and raising concerns, right? If anytime, the Federal Reserve is going to fire the head of the Federal Reserve, the president's going to fire him, right? It really, really does take its toll on the markets, right? Crypto market, stock market, it obviously is going to take its toll on these things, right? It's scaring the markets, raising these concerns. At the same time, too, however, all right, given this type of news, given this type of influence on the market that is affecting it, I think also it is kind of a shakeout, right? These institutional investors, these whales, right? They want these prices cheaper. They saw what was happening. I'm not saying specifically with Turbo, but they saw, these whales, right? These institutional investors, the smart money, saw these prices starting to surge, right? And they wanted these discounts, right? It's easy for them to affect the market, negatively and positively, obviously, but negatively. And they want these cheaper prices. They want to shake retail out. And we've seen it time and time again, right? Before a crazy pump. And I'm not saying that this is like 100% manipulative, market shakeout, buy whales and things like that. But again, I just wanted to make this video more so to give the sense that Turbo token is going to continue to do well. I don't think this is just a discount, in my opinion. I feel like you could make 100 videos on these same sort of narratives, buy these dips, DCA, smart money's getting in while retail's moving out, etc. Like, I feel like I've even made a ton of videos saying or reiterating this same sort of idea. And again, you can only make so many videos talking about the same sort of thing, but I wanted to just be transparent in that, like, you just can't, and this is just for me and what I do mentally for crypto days like this, or weeks, periods of time where the crypto market is like this. I just don't even look at my portfolio, to be honest, because it's like I know the X amount of coins I have in my portfolio and certain projects and things like that, and then I'll just look at the price, but don't look at the portfolio, right? I think that's not a pro tip, but it's something. I just look at the price, but I don't look at my portfolio, because if you look at your portfolio, you're only generating fear and you're creating emotion inside yourself or in your head that is gonna regardless negatively affect your decisions in the market. I think you can't put too much emotion into this. At the end of the day, we're looking to make gains in crypto. Like, I think there's this narrative where people fall in love with projects, right? Like, I love Turbo Token. I'm very, very bullish, but at the end of the day, I'm holding it. I have Turbo Token in my portfolio to make money, and that's it, right? It's not like, Turbo Token doesn't know me. They don't love me, right? They don't love us. So it's important to, remove the emotion side of it. Take a look at the charts, understand what's kind of going on in the market, like, these things that are affecting the market, suppressing the market essentially, and then continue to remain bullish from there, because there is so much upside here for Turbo Token. 56,000 holders, right? Even just in a short amount of time, it's grown so significantly as far as just mainstream crypto meme coin hype, in my opinion. Again, sitting right now at just a 4.4 billion market cap, which is nothing for a meme coin in a bull cycle. 6 cents is a 14x from here, which, again, a lot of people at a 14x from here will see insane gains from where they kind of got in and the amount of tokens that they're holding, right? I mean, if you're holding a million turbo and it hits 6 cents, that's $60,000. Again, I don't know what the equivalent of, how much a million turbo is right now, but that's significant gains. Very, very significant gains. So yeah, let me know in the comments what you guys feel about Turbo Token. Obviously, I do remain so very bullish. I just want to make this video to kind of keep you guys updated and informed of kind of how I'm feeling in the markets overall. Obviously, Turbo is directly affected to how Ethereum does, so that's very important to just be mindful of. But yeah, nonetheless, join the Discord in the description below. Hit that subscribe button, and as always, have a great day.